Hello, my name is Jose Conchas, and I'm going to talk to you about what a civil engineer is, what a civil engineer does, and the specialties of the field. Most people really don't know what a civil engineer is because, for the most part, it really is one of the more overshadowed ones, even though it's one of the most high paying jobs, one of the most difficult jobs to get into, but it has the highest job security pretty much out of all of them, just because it's a government issued job. There really is a lot of jobs because of them. Most people, when they think about civil engineers, they really don't know what it is. And when people ask me, I usually say, who do you think makes the buildings, the roads, the dams, and all the really big infrastructures out there? Civil engineers does, because they specialize in pretty much anything you can think of. But my personal opinion and my personal view of what a civil engineer is, I think of it as the person that pretty much makes the city. Many people just get into the simple engineering, construction type of jobs. It's simple and it's good money. But I view as civil engineering the foundation of everything. They make the bridges, they make the roads, they make the buildings. Someone has to do it because we just can't be living on the streets or driving on pretty much dirt roads. We won't get anywhere like that. I grew up in a very construction-based family, very business-oriented. So as a kid, I already had that experience with me. It pretty much was a given for me. So towards the end of senior year, I pretty much decided I want to become a civil engineer. Most of my family is sort of into construction workers, stucco, stone, the pretty basic stuff. And I always had a pretty good idea for math. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to do something very difficult. And I started picking the most difficult thing because it's tons of math. Now, for the requirements, it's a good amount. It's pretty basic. If you just want to become a basic civil engineer, you could just choose to go for your bachelor's degree. And with your bachelor's degree, you just have to go to the 4 years of college and just go through that. But the thing is, just saying going to 4 years of college it sounds easy. But when you see all the requirements and all the classes you have to take, all the math and all the extracurricular activities they're pretty much making you do, it gets very difficult. Because the thing is, you just can't go by the norm. Just go to your classes, go home, do what you want to do. No, you have to go to your classes, study, get help, do all your labs, and then you need hands-on experience because it's one of the most difficult jobs, and it's one of the jobs that you really need to take into account other people's safety. Because if you don't take other people's account safety, you could end up hurting or killing people. Because there's been tons of occasions where it has happened. One of my goals, really, is to finish my bachelor's degree and then get really hands-on experience on the whole situation. And by the time I finish college, I sort of want to take over my dad's construction company and make it my own, as I will already have the experience of a civil engineer. But obviously, I'll still be very green at it, very new to it, which is why I want to take tons of years of experience. But one of the other requirements to become a civil engineer is you want to become a senior operator. You'll need to take a licensing exam, which is pretty simple, more or less. But you pretty much need 4 years of experience. You need certifications. You need to have accomplished goals, and you need to have done many things. Because according to Lehigh University, those are the things. And fun facts: Lehigh University also gives fun facts. And if you think about it, civil engineers really have created the water slides. And back in the day, who created the pyramids? Back in the day, civil engineers weren't things. Just pretty much same old Egyptian. So it's a pretty cool thing. But to become, just the requirements aren't hard. As long as you could survive college and do your best, it should be fine. Because the thing is, civil engineering is very broad. There's tons of things you could do. You could take the more chemical and science route as mechanical, hydraulics, water dams, all that type of stuff. That's very chemical based. I personally hate it. I don't want to be nowhere near it. I'm going to go more towards the math savvy, towards the architectural, the civil engineering, the roads, the buildings, all that fun stuff. That's where the money's at, and that's where I pretty much aspire to be. Because once you get there, it's sort of like, gets sort of tedious, but it gets super easy at the same time. Once you get the rhythm of it, you'll be set. So at the end of the day, becoming a civil engineer and having the prospect of making something that would change the city, like Corpus, where I live, it's a small place. But if I can finish college and the Harbor Bridge hasn't been built, I can personally take that job on, or I can get a job there and complete it. And I just hope, if y'all are math savvy, y'all will give civil engineering a shot, or at least give it a look into.